All right, we're moving into lesson 7, and we're going to continue solving inequalities, but now we're going to use multiplication or division. And there is a little change with some of these, so make sure you're paying close attention. All right, the real world link is on science. An astronaut is in a spacesuit, weighs about 300 pounds on Earth, but only 50 pounds on the moon. So the weight on Earth is greater than the weight on the moon. If the astronaut and spacesuit each weighed half as much, would the inequality still be true? So if you divided both of them by 2, you would get 150 and 25. So yes, that inequality is still true. Is the weight of one astronaut greater on Pluto or Earth? So if we look at Earth and then Pluto, it is Earth. Would the weight of 5 astronauts be greater on Pluto or on Earth? And if you multiplied each one of those by 5, all right, you're still going to be that Earth is greater than Pluto. So just like we did with the addition and subtraction properties of inequality, it's the same with multiplication and division. If we multiply both sides by 5, you're going to still have a true inequality. Okay. All right, so let's move on to the next page. And I just talked about the properties of inequality. Again, multiplying on both sides would still give you a true inequality, and dividing by on the same number on both sides would give you a true inequality. All right, so let's look at A at the bottom here. 4 times x is less than 40. So you want to divide by 4 on both sides. You get x is less than 10. You do want to check it. And remember, when you check it, you have to pick a number that's less than 10. So I'm going to pick 9. So does 4 times 9 give you a number that's less than 40? And it does. So that's a good answer of x is less than 10. In B, we're going to solve for x. We're going to times by 7 on both sides. You get x is less than or equal to 42. So you need to pick a number that's less than or equal to 42. And because this one is a division problem, I would pick a number that is divisible by 7. So I'm going to go with 35 since it's less than 42. Divide by 7. And that gives you 5. And 5 is less than or equal to 6. So that's a good answer for that one. All right, so this is where you have a little bit of a change. When you multiply or divide each side of an inequality by a negative number, the inequality symbol must be reversed for the inequality to remain true. All right, so let's do one of those and I'll show you how that changes. So in this one, you want a k by itself, so we have to multiply a negative 2. And just like we just read, if you multiply or divide by a negative in an inequality, you must flip your sign. So instead of a less than sign, we are now going to make it a greater than sign. So k is greater than negative 18. So you need to pick a number greater than negative 18 to plug into your original. All right, and because we're dividing by a negative 2, I'm going to pick an even number. So I'm going to pick a negative 16 because that is greater than negative 18. So does negative 16 divided by negative 2 give you a number that's less than 9? Well, that gives you 8. 8 is less than 9. So this works out. All right, so when you graph it, okay, I'm going to put the negative 18 in the middle. So we'd have negative 19 here, negative 20, negative 17, negative 16. This is a greater than sign. It doesn't have the line underneath. So just like we talked about in the last lesson, this is going to be an open circle. K is greater than negative 18. So you need to draw your line to the right. Okay, so the only difference with this lesson, and I'm going to go back to the top here, is that if you multiply or divide by a negative, and you can look at these examples here, you must flip your sign.